I'm Srinivas, working as assistant professor in IARE College. In this session, we'll discuss what are the various MCQs we have in related to DBMS. So when you go for any exam, it could be when you go for any online exam, you'll be basically given some set of we'll give you some questions. You'll be given some questions. We'll have to choose the right answer. It is multiple choice questions. Okay. So we'll discuss what are the very frequently asked questions, questions related to the DBMS. Okay. First, we'll see the most. We have around. I don't have it. We have something about 50-60 questions. We have. We'll discuss each one of them. For example, here. Now, what is the first question? Which of the following is generally used for performing tasks like creating the structure of the relations, deleting the relation? So here we have here a question and four options here. Which of the following is generally used for performing tasks like creating the structure of the relation, deleting? First option is data manipulation language. Second is query. Third is relational. Fourth is DDL. So in the data manipulation language, what we do is that we only insert, update or delete the data here, but not actually with the structure. Well, in the case of fourth, the DDL is data definition language. In this case, we will data definition language. We will create table. We will drop the table. We will alter the table. So anything performing the creating the structure, alter or dropping the tables is done in the DDL, that is data definition language. Understood? So the first answer for first question is number 4, DDL. In this DDL, we have some other comments called create. We have create. We have alter. We have drop. We also have rename. We also have rename. Okay, that is the first answer. First question. Now we'll see the second question. Which of the following provides you the ability to query information from the database, insert tuples, delete data from tuples, and modify the tuples in the database? What is a tuple? What is a tuple? Is a row. So the question here is, which of the following provides ability to query information from the database, to insert rows, to update rows, to delete rows? So again we have here four options here. DML, data manipulation language. DDL, data definition language. We also have query, relational schema. Out of this answer, the right answer is number 4. That is data manipulation language. In the data manipulation language, we will insert data, we will update data, we will also delete data, also truncate. So these are the various commands: insert, update, delete, and truncate. Understood? For the creation of the structure, we use DDL. For manipulating the data, we use DML. Okay. Here's the third question. The given query can be replaced with. So what is the query here? Select name, course ID from instructor, come one or two teachers, where instructor is equal to teacher's ID. This is the given SQL query. So they are joining here two tables. They are joining here two tables: instructor, and teachers. Two tables. And what is the join condition is instructor ID from the instructor is equal to teacher ID. So this is the given thing. Now we have here four options here. We have here four options. We'll have to choose the right answer. We have to choose the right answer here. Now we'll just see each one of them again. Select name, course ID from teacher's instructor, where instructor is equal to course ID. This is not correct because in example it is a instructor is equal to teacher's ID. So first thing is wrong because it is invalid join. Second is teachers join teachers on instructor.instructor. This is correct till now. Course ID from instructor. This is wrong because there is no join. Here also course ID, no, there is no join condition. So here the right answer is right answer is B, because here we are joining instructor to teachers to teachers on the common column, and the column is instructor ID is equal to teacher's ID. Okay, the expression join clause joins two tables by matching the common column. Here this is common column is instructor ID is the instructor ID. Same thing in the teacher ID is there. Both are, see, instructor is one who teaches, and teacher is also teacher. So these two are the same, but having different names in different tables. In the instructor table, it called instructor ID. In the teachers, it is called a teacher ID. So both of these two are linked join condition. So answer is B. Now we'll see which one of the following statements possibly contains error. Select star for employee where employee is 103. So 103 is valid. Select EMP ID from EMP where EMP ID is equal to some value. Verify, no problem here. Select EMP ID from EMP also, no problem. So you will not have any error here. No error because they are all valid statements. Select EMP ID from EMP is valid. Select EMP ID from EMP where a particular employee, or select all the columns from EMP. Okay, see this one. Select employee ID. Select employee ID. Where is the from missing? From is missing here. From clause is missing here. Select to EMP ID from EMP. Here it should be from EMP. From EMP. So expression: the query given in option D does not contain the from clause, which specifies the relation in which the values have to be selected or fetched. Therefore, the right answer is D. First thing is valid, second also valid, third also valid, fourth is because it's not having from clause. So that is why the answer is D. Answer is D. Now we'll go to the next question. Select employee name, select employee ID, select employee name from department, where department like dash computer science. In the above given query, which of the following can be placed in the query blank portion to select the department name that also contains computer science as it stands in ring. Okay. So you have here an SQL statement. It's incomplete. Like space computer science. We know that like is a pattern matching. So when you have used the like is a pattern matching, either you have for single for more characters we have percentage, for single character we have underscore. So here the above given exam query, which of the following can represent the query. If you want to get students employees working in table, then you should have a percentage, because like should have a percentage here. So the explanation is C. In the above given query, the percentage operator will be used, which is generally used for searching for the certain pattern in the string. It represents a single or multiple characters. In this case, it is used where clause to select the department name that contains computer science as ending string. To understand more precisely, you have to understand what is the like operator. Like is for pattern matching. Like is a pattern matching. Pattern matching, you have to use personal symbol. If you know the exact value, you don't need to use like operator. You can say where column is equal to column name is equal to exact value. If you don't know the exact value, you have to use a like. For example, you remember something like his name is something like Stravan, but you don't know what is the full name. So you can say, if you know his name is like Savan Kumar, directly you can write his name is Savan Kumar. If you don't know his name is like Savan Kumar or Savan Gupta, you can write like name like starting is 7. So we know that starting is 7. I'll say starting is 7. I'll say 100. By this we can get so like is like a pattern matching and equal to operator we will check the exact value. Now we'll see the next question. What do you mean by one to many relations? So what is one to many? One class may have many teachers. One class can have many teachers. One teacher can have many classes. Many classes have many teachers. Many teachers have many classes. So one to many. So one teacher can manage one class may have many teachers. One teacher can have many classes. So the answer is B. You can understand one to many relation as a teacher who may have more than one class to attend. You can understand one to many relation is a teacher example who has more than one class to attend. Well, that was the 6th question. Now we'll go to the 7th question. In the following query, which of the following can be placed in the query blank portion to display the salary from lowest to highest? So salary is from lowest to highest and sorting the employees by alphabetically. You know that we want to sort the data, you have to use the order by clause. You know that in order to sort the data, we have to use the order by clause. Order by clause has 2 options, ascending and descending. So ascending is from low to high or A to Z, and the descending is high to low, Z to A. So here they want the salary to be displayed highest to lowest. So highest to lowest. So order by is descending. So option is in this case one option is descending and employees name alphabetically A to Z. Option is A. Option is C. So expression to sort the salary from highest to lowest amount and display the employee name alphabetically, one can use the descending. And descending salaries from highest to lowest, and name should be alphabetically sorted out. Means that A to Z. So answer is number C. Now we'll go to the next question. The given can be replaced with. Okay, now what is that? They are given. Select name from instructor is a table where salary is less than 10,000. Is it 10,000 or 1 lakh? Okay, some 10,000. I think it is wrongly mentioned. It is salary is that salary less than 1 lakh and salary greater than 90,000. So here we have given a query. Salary greater than 1 lakh, greater than 90,000, less than 1 lakh. Now, out of these things that we see that we'll see what is the correct answer here. So, salary less than 1 lakh and greater than 90,000. So, we'll check with the options here. Select a name from instructor 1 where salary between 1 lakh and 90,000. This is wrong because your between operator should be low value first, high value second. So first answer is wrong. Second answer is salary between 90,000 and the second also correct. Third also correct. Third also correct because salary get select name from customer name from instrument salary less than 90 see and salary get so between it also is between of is only used to be weight loss which basically value is greater than so I don't understand why the answer is C. See both answer C and B are same. Both answer C and B are same. So the both of means the answer is B and C. For first one is not is not valid because you have to see your between operator should have low value first, highest one second. So this is ruled out. What about this? What about this less than 90,000? This is also this is wrong because you're saying salary should be less than 90 and greater than this will not match. So the answer is either B or C. Both are same. So we'll go with any of the things. The explanation: SQL contains a comparison known as the between operator, which is used in one of the given query. You can see the between operator is generally used to simplify the where clause, that is used to specify the value in greater than one value or greater than another value. Okay. So between will take two things. Between column name. So between will take directly say column name. Here a column name between two values, lower boundary and higher boundary. Here A is the lower boundary, upper is the higher boundary, and both are inclusive. Even this is inclusive, this is also inclusive. So both the lower and higher boundaries are also inclusive. Anything in between this value to this value will be printed. Now we'll see the next question. Database management system is a type of dash software. Database management system is a type of dash software. The type of system software is a kind of application software. It is a kind of general software. So the answer is A and C. The answer is A. It is a system software. Why? Explanation. The DBMS is kind of system software used for various several operations such as creating tables, databases, storing data, managing data. It is also used for modifying the data content in the data as well. So it is type of system software. Types of systems software. What is the term called FAT? Is it, we have four options here: file allocation tree, file allocation table, file allocation graph, or all above. So the right answer is file allocation table. Explanation we'll see. What is the FAT? FAT can be described as the file structure or the file architecture, in which the information about the files they are stored and where the files need to be stored or in which directory. All that information generally stored in the file structure. Therefore, the operating system creates a table in which all the files and clusters are stored, known as file allocation table. So FAT is file allocation table. So somebody asks you what is FAT in DBMS, you have to say it is a file allocation table. This is like a information stored about the location of the files. So how location of the files? Okay, location of the files here. Now let us go to the next thing is what is the maximum size that is supported by FAT system. What is the FAT? File allocation system. File allocation system is a FAT. So we'll see what is the maximum size that can be accommodated by FAT system. 8 GB, 4 GB, 1 terabyte, 4 terabytes, and none of the above. So answer is 4 GB. Explanation: files with size of less than 4 GB or equal to 4 GB are equally supported by the FAT. All files with the size greater than 4 max GB are not supported by the FAT. What FAT is file allocation table. So maximum size possible is 4 GB. Anything more than 4 GB, anything more than 4 GB is not supported. What is the term NTFS? Earlier we have seen what is FAT, file allocation table. Now what is the term? What is the term called NTFS in the database? Is it a new technology file system, or it is new tree file system, or new table type file system, or A and C? So here they ask what is NTFS. Is it new file technology file system, or new tree file system, or new table type file system? So both the answer is A. The explanation: in the old operating systems, the file structure used to store and manage files is called as FAT32 or file allocation table. In the older operating systems, there used to be a FAT32, which this is used to manage the files. Later, when the technology evolves with time, a new type of file system is introduced, known as the new technology file system. It overcomes all the drawback issues that exist in FAT the file architecture, has no many features, as it is fast. It can handle the size whose size is greater than 4 GB. Wherein the FAT in the file allocation table, we know that maximum size is 4 GB. 4 GB. The enhancement to this is NTFS. It is a new technology file system that replaces the old the mechanism FIT, and this can store more than 4 GB. That is, new technology file system is an upgraded version of the FAT NTS FAT is file allocation table, in which it has a limitation of 4 GB. Has a limitation of 4 GB. Now, we'll go to the next question. A huge collection of the information or data accumulated from various different sources is known as. So, question is, the huge collection of the information or data accumulated from several different sources is known as data management, data mining, data warehouse, both B and C. So we know that data warehouse is a OLTP system. Is a OLTP system. It takes data and process based on it. Has used data. It has historical data, and that is used to take decisions. So that is nothing but data warehousing. Data warehousing is having data coming from multiple sources, and we use this data for taking decisions. So, for example, you want to see Indian economy data from last 30-40 years. See, it is coming from multiple sources, and all this data will be fed into one system, and on that you will generate various reports. You will generate various reports, and you will get the information. So that is, data warehousing is a technique, collection of different types of data information which are collected from the many different sources, stored in one place and is stored in data warehouse. It works just like a standard warehouse, which generally holds area building to store different types of different goods in huge quantities until they are further distributed. Therefore, the right answer is D. So, data warehousing is a technique of storing data from multiple sources and using this data to generate reports. and take decisions. Next question. Which of the following can be used to extract or filter the data information from a table? Which of the following can be used to extract or filter the data and information from it? Data. Is it data redundancy, data recovery tool, or data mining, and data are both in C? See, data mining is a technique used to extract data from the information. So answer is C, data mining, a tool used to obtain meaningful information or data from the large collection of data known as data mining tools. To data mining, one can easily filter the useful information of a data from massive collection of the data. Therefore, the right answer is data mining. Data mining is the technique to obtain meaningful information or data from a large collection of the data. For example, the data warehouse. So your data warehousing asset is like a temporary storage stored having data, and it is used to generate reports to take a decisions. So taking decisions from the data warehousing, we do data mining. In that, we extract required data. Okay, that was the data mining. So which one of the following refers to the copies of the same data occupying the memory space in multiple places? So which one of the following refers to the copies of the same data information occupying the memory space in multiple places? Is it data repository, data inconsistency, data mining, data redundancy? The same data present at multiple places. It is nothing but data redundancy. In the data repository is that it will have entire data on place. Data inconsistency is that table data is inconsistent. Suppose you have information of a different thing on one system. Inconsistency. Data mining is the tool to extract data. Data redundancy is that same data is should multiple places. Same data inconsistency is that invalid data or junk, invalid, not following some rules. Suppose you say that your mobile number should have your roll number should be integer, but if you try to insert some varchar field, also it insert because your column is varchar, but it is inconsistent data. Explanation is D. The data redundancy generally occurs when more than one copy of the exact same data exists in several places, and then it may cause data inconsistency, which may result in unreliable source of data or what is not good for anybody. For example, okay, we'll see an example here. I have the student name here. I have student name. I have student name here. This I will store in student table. The student table will have student name, number, roll number. Similarly, I'll have one more table called as library. Here I'll have again student number and name. So at two places having the same data. This is redundancy. At two places, you are having data. It is redundant. Suppose here this student has left this college. Student left the college. Left the college. So this is no longer active record, but still there is record here, library book, because still he has taken a book is not written, not written, or it is still there. Here the student has gone out of the college, so he is having still books here. And how suppose if I make if I change if I make changes to his mobile number from 1 to 2, here also I have to change. If I don't change here, That your same data is present in multiple places. This is one data. This is one data. Both are not matching. That means it is now data is inconsistent. You don't know what is the right data. You don't know what is the right data, and you cannot take decisions. No. That is, data redundancy is storing the multiple, saving the data at multiple places, which leads to data inconsistency, which leads to data inconsistency. Which of the this we have completed, right? Okay, which of the following refers to the data about data? Is it a directory? Is it a directory? It is a subdata, or it is a warehouse, or it is a metadata? Okay, what is a directory? Directory is like a set of files. What is subdata? Data positive file. What is a warehouse? Warehouse holds all historical data. But metadata is like information about data. Metadata is like information about data itself. Answer: metadata. D. Metadata refers to the types of data. Metadata refers to types of the data that describes the other data or information. A general file or document is nothing more than a sequence of bytes that contain information. Like file name, file size, and date and time when the document was created or modified. See, metadata is like data about data itself. Okay, it is like data about data itself. Suppose you have a file name called as queries.txt. Queries. If you see these properties, it will say who was created, when last modified, what is the file size. That is about this file. You having this information like the created date and time, created date and time, last modified date and time, last modified user, what is the size. Okay, so to understand more details, consider example. Our common music file metadata may include the singer name, the year when it was released, and the list, etc. Lyrics, etc. Like this is the information about data is metadata. Information about thing is metadata. So, which of the following refers to the level of data abstraction that describes how the data is actually stored? Okay, something like data abstraction is making it separating conceptual level, physical level, file level, logical view. Expression is, which of the following refers to the level of data abstraction that describes how data is actually stored? The right answer is B, physical level. Data abstraction means displaying or sharing only the data that is needed, and therefore all the other data until it is necessary to share it. How the data abstraction level and describes how the data is actually stored in the physical level. Okay, the physical level is what actually how your data is stored. Okay, how your data is stored. So data abstraction means displaying or sharing only data that is needed, hiding all the other data until it is further requested. Data abstraction level describes how data is actually stored in the user machine is the physical level. So we have doubts like logical level, physical level. Physical level is actually how data, where it is stored, that information is there. Logical, he'll just see what is the data structure about it. What is the structure about it? To which one of the following the term DBA is referred? To which of the following term DBA is referred? Data bank administrator, database administrator, data administrator. None of the above. It is data administrator. Expression: the term DBA refers to the data administrator who manages the whole database and operates the database on a regular basis. In short, the database administrator has the responsibility of whole database, and it needs to maintain an optimal and stable state. So DBA is a key person involved in the data activities. He is the one who makes sure database is available to everybody based on permissions. He is always online, takes backups, backups at regular places, takes back to regular places, huh? And restores and and updates all the service packs. So DBA is the key person. He is the one who maintains the data in a stable. He will be giving access to various users based on the right permissions. So at a high level, DBA is the at high level, DB is the person who takes care of the database. Who takes care of the database. Now, the next 20th. In general, a file is collection of all related. Generally, a file is basically a collection of rows and column fields, tables and records. So generally, a file is basically a collection of records. So answer is D. The explanation is whenever we have some data, whenever we have some related data, information of record, we will collect all those related data records, put them and store in one place and give the collection a name called as file. So answer is D. Explanation is that whenever we have some related data or records, we collect all those related records, put them together, store in one place, and give the collection a name that is known as file. So what is data? What is data? What is the term data? It is an electronic representation of the information, basic information, row facts, and figures, both A and C. It is data is a row of facts. Then the expression in general, the term data refers to the raw facts and figures, whereas the information stored is referred as the data which is really important for someone or particular person. Therefore, the right answer is C. Data is something about raw facts and figures. As rows of a relation are known as a degree, tuple, entity, or all the above. Rows of relation are called as is it a degree, is it a degree, is it a tuple, or is it an entity, or all of the above? Answer all of the above. In SQL, a relation is represented by a table. And the table is collection of rows and columns. Therefore, the collection of rows and columns is called the table. Collection of rows and columns is called the table. And where the table is known as a relation in SQL. So in a relation like a table, we'll say rows are called tuples. Therefore, the right answer is tuple. So it is B. That is B. Okay, not D. This answer is D. So the rows of relation are known as tuples. In the database, there's database there. The tables are there. In the tables, we have multiple columns. In that multiple columns, we show multiple data, multiple rows. Column is same, but we show many rows. That rows is called as a tuple. So right answer here is not D. It is B. It is tuple. It is tuple. Which of the following refers to the number of tuples in a relation? It is what is the number of tuples is like number of records. Number of records in the table. It is count star. How do you get the number of records? It is using count star. Count star from the table to give the number of rows. So answer is cardinality C. Cardinality refers to the number of tuples of relations, because cardinality refers to the number of tuples in a relation. To understand in more detail, consider the following example. Suppose we have relation that contains 30 tuples of rows and 4 columns. So the cardinality will be 30. So 30 is the number of records. You have a table called as student having 4 columns. Having 4 columns like student number, name, so name, mobile number, date of birth, and there are 1,000 students in this table. So my cardinality is 1,000 because it's equal to number of rows. Whereas tuple is each individual is a tuple. Each individual record is a tuple. Okay, each individual record is a tuple. Each individual record is a tuple. Now, which one of the following is about data manipulation command? What is that? What are the various data manipulation command? DML data manipulation. We have alter. We have create. Data manipulation is insert, update, update, alter, delete. Whichever the one of is the data manipulation. Create is not data manipulation. Alter is also not. Alter is structure. Delete is the only thing. So answer is D. Explanation. The data manipulation language comments like insert, select are used to manipulate the information or data. For example, create a table, update table, delete data. Therefore, the right answer is C. That is data. What are the various data manipulation languages? Insert, update. We also have delete, truncate. These are all will modify the data, not the structure. Structure is modified by using DDL. Here we have create, drop, alter table. Okay, alter table. Thank you. That completes the session on DBMS MCQ 1. We have one more MCQ. We'll discuss in next slide.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.